What up, YouTube? It's your boy Clipper the Clipper, and I'm back at it. In this video, topic discussions. Be elaborating on a whole bunch of stuff that's going on, might happen, or happened already. Just to jump into it, I'm gonna hit certain topics, different topics and subjects. I just want to start it off by all of this, you know, three eye atlas, the big lie that we're going through. Basically, when you see an alien and the alien has a beard and is growing down, you kind of get the symbolic detail. You get that they're trying to prep us for something uh, catastrophic. You know, maybe it's weather, maybe it's an inside job, whole bunch of stuff. But what I want to talk about, you know, referring to this three eye atlas, um, so it looks like to me they're basically talking just how certain religious texts talk, in a sense that it's descriptive detail. Descriptive detail is describing something without pictures, and you can have a whole bunch of stuff that's related. Things that rhyme, similarities and similes, but they have different pictures and different outcomes, right? So I know, what is it like? A light year isn't a regular human year, and it's not what you think. It's all about traveling and speed. Um, if I'm not mistaken, when you refer to light years, it has everything to do with like trillions in miles per hour and stuff like that. So basically, one light year is like, what is it, like 40 human years? But it's not calculated on based on that. It's based on speed and cutting time, and it's proven through CERN because CERN is playing with gravity and cutting through portals. So you can anticipate a rock hitting us in a light year, which is probably like 40 years from now. But they keep talking about it picking up speed. So in one of the videos I stated, you know, how they shot a UFO on my youngest daughter's birthday out the sky, and the missile went 995 miles per hour. However, these things out of space, they don't go 995 miles per hour. And that's how you get caught up, because if something is traveling 5.333 trillion miles per hour or something like that, it could look like it's going to hit us in 40 years, and then in 2 months it'll hit us. So it's basically like cutting in speed, cutting in time travel. You know what I'm saying? To give you a better understanding on that, look at lifting weights and lifting compounds. People that lift weights and lift compounds, that's considered time travel, whether you like it or not. If you look at a regular human being body and you do regular calisthenics for 2 years without touching weights, and then compare it to a person that's working out rigorously, touching weights for 2 years, you'll see the difference in a body. You see the difference between a 200-pound weightlifter and a 300-pound weightlifter. Or you can see it within me, a person that, I could hydrate 40 pounds if I stay on legs. If I don't work out just all upper torso, putting all my muscle into my arms, my chest, into my back and my abs and stuff like that, with these little gimpy legs like my kid Kai Cenat, right? Stuff like that. And a lot of you other people, Zip is the same way. All of all y'all muscles are stuck. Y'all leg muscles are stuck up here. All you city people, everybody that's doing calisthenics, and y'all got these pants on in the summertime, you scared to show your little legs, your little bony legs, your little pedophile legs, because that's what it is. I don't know who taught you people how to lift weights. I don't know who taught you people how to work out. But when you find out the correct way to exercise and you just too top heavy, and you got these little shrimpy, weak legs, and you gotta wear jeans and pants all 4 seasons, and you're scared to show your legs, you didn't you didn't just catch that behavior. This is time travel. Listen, you didn't just catch that behavior because you're embarrassed on showing your legs. You actually got protected in the dark by somebody by not showing your legs. Because for people that know, people that just stuck on arms, chest, legs, I mean, no legs, arms, chest, and no legs, and your legs is just shrunk and small, you fall under the category of pedophilia. So people that learned that women's strength are in their legs and a man's strength is top body, that doesn't mean what you think it is. That just mean that's where the strength of the estrogen splits through testosterone. Women have to take enhancement to get manly arms. Okay? So we're just gonna show you that. So I bring 3i Atlas because 3i Atlas is not necessarily what you think it is. It's not another, I guess, planet about to hit our planet. It's basically a cover up of us being bombed or nuked, or some type of experiment, scientific experiment that they're about to unleash like a kraken on the United States of America or throughout the world. That's all it is. Okay? It's nothing interstellar where we're gonna see these beings come out of nowhere. We just have these stories. The beings are us. You understand that? The aliens are us, like they stated before. And all we do is fight each other. That's all we do. Across the planet, we fight each other. So you have this sudden merge of Christianity and Islam. Chrislam is something like that. Which is a no-no. Which is an absolute no-no. It's a cover-up for homosexuality. Okay? Now, for people that don't understand the whole bad and evil situation, if you don't understand evil is different than bad, you're going to fall in the middle, which is gray. And you will be severely punished. Okay? Now, people that are sex victims, people that are victims, like honest victims of sexual assault, don't you see they don't act or they're not like you? People that's on the outside judging or trying to help. Don't you see sexual assault is in all religious texts? Don't you see the incline in homosexuality is messing up the function and natural function of the world? You people are stomping on the lanternflies and killing the lanternflies, but the bees is stinging you. Okay? The bees are stinging you. You need the bee to start agriculture, to keep the world process going. The reason why they cutting air, the reason why they want to make synthetic stuff is so the world can stay hot, the world can stay warm, so we can live comfortably. Okay? A lot of you, almost cursed, a lot of you people come over here, you get aligned with the cold people, right? With the frosty eyes and the frosty skin and the frosty hair. And you adapt to them and you make them as comfortable as they want to be, and then they take advantage of you. So you need heat. A lot of people think racism is BS, but it's a part of evolution. If you was here and then your land broke off, and your evolution in your body adapted to where you came from, where you came from, and adapted to where you are now, you are a part of a new race. You are a part of evolution. Always understand that. So that race theory is absolutely correct. There's a such thing as race now, due to the land being disconnected. So if you over here, right, and then it breaks off, and now you don't feel the same, and you don't feel good, and a lot of people that don't feel good, they get groggy, they get aggravated, and sometimes they take their anger out on other people that feel better or don't feel like them. You have to understand that. Prime example. When Kai Cenat got cut, his mom went to the projects in White Plains looking for my family. She was lucky enough, but she was looking for my father. She was lucky enough to find my uncle, who is well known, and they exchanged sex pleasantries, not knowing that they both had STDs. So yes, my uncle smashed Kai Cenat's mom after she cabbage patched me, and they exchanged STDs. Do you see what I mean? See, my uncle rolls with a bunch of Caribbeans. That's the other side of the family. But we already know my uncle has a distinctive look. If you give my uncle his hair back and you take off all his facial hair, he looks just like an Aborigine Native American, as opposed to my father. You take the beard off my father and give him back his hair, he gets called Dominican. He gets called all that other stuff, just like my uncle. You see? You see what I mean? You made it this way. You made it this way. You understand that? I need for you to understand that. Everything that's happening is government and everybody's listening. The white men don't want too many people over here because they conquered the land. They want people that listen to them and don't stab them in their back. And they want people that listen to them and live up to their word. Okay? Let's just say for instance, right? Like when I brought up the insect situation. Now, we haven't seen these beings in the physical flesh. We can only use descriptive detail. A praying mantis. The gray alien works for the mantis, the insectoids. That's aliens, quote unquote. Look what they're talking about. Think about it out the box. Stop looking at the physical features of what they're saying and think about the mindset. This is how we got you. This is the nasty part of the world. This is why they have to reset it and nuclear it. You have people eating cats. The Caribbean people are eating cats. The Asian people, they want to be over here again. You understand that? You understand that a lot of people was shipped off, not just the Africans, the Asian people were shipped off too? Y'all realizing y'all treat the Asians like nothing. And then y'all wonder why they hate y'all, because they was here before y'all. They was here with us. You see? You see what I'm saying? You see how there's other entities that's involved? You look at the Charlie Kirk situation, right? And now you see that it might be CGI. You see that everything that he talked against, he could have faked his death and went straight to Epstein's Island and been on heaven. You start to see it. You start to see that on TV, the AI, generated AI, is fooling us. As it's on TV, it's been like that for years. There's nothing new, nothing old under the sun. Okay? I'm just saying, you people made it this way. You made it this way. You went too long being giddy and laughing at everybody, trying to be a pirate of yourself. You have numerous and plenty of opportunities to go back and be Indian like how you want to be called. You don't think the Asian people want to be notified and acknowledged as the Native Americans or the Midwest? You don't think that? You see the person that killed Nipsey Hussle? Do you realize he has a Native American look from California? So yes, Eric Holder is Native American. He's not Spanish. He's not Caribbean. He's not African. He's Native American. That's how they look on that's how they look on California. See, you take the history books, right? You open up the history books, you see the Mexicans. You see how they have a point because they're confused. if Mexico was attached, right? If Mexico was attached to the United States of America, and that's where they're native from, and all it was a hop, skip, and a jump, and they can be at the bottom of wherever they was, and they could just move their way up, they're still a part of America. You see how they got detached, and now there's a stigma going there, and they have their own culture, and a person like me wants to tell me, you're absolutely right. At one point in time, you was the Native Americans of the Southwest. Okay? See, the Asians was in the central. They was central. My people was on the East Coast, from New York down to North Carolina. You see a whole bunch of us. They moved us to Mississippi. They moved us to Las Vegas and everything. They didn't just move us to Pakistan. They didn't just move us to Saudi Arabia. They didn't just bring us to the Caribbean and exchange the people because the people in the Caribbean look like us. Asian people look like us. What can you say? Pakistani people, Afghanistan people, African people, they look like us. You can only but look for you can only have a certain look. How else different are you going to be able to look as a human being if there's only a certain amount of colors? There's no new colors. There's only an off or a different type of tint. This is what I'm saying. This is the government talking to all of y'all. This is the government talking to all of y'all. I am so happy that the way that this is happening and how it's happening, that it has to happen. Y'all gotta bounce. You have to breathe. You have to leave. You understand that? One way or another. One way or another. Nobody is to feel sad for none of y'all. And I use Kai Cenat's mother as a situation. She has a picture of me when I'm a little kid, still as a little kid, ass naked in Mount Vernon, New York, where all the Caribbeans is at, trying to Cabbage Patch me and raise him to hate me, not knowing that I'm rooting. Just look at the situation, y'all. My family knows Donald Trump. Hello? My family was around Donald Trump all the time. Hello? My great-grandfather, rest his soul, is a part of IBM. I know y'all know that. I told you that plenty of times. So y'all lucked up and y'all followed the wrong people. Just know that for a fact. Okay? So it's all these cover-ups and all this other stuff. And the reason why this stuff has to happen is because the people that immigrated over here, or you came over here, you wasn't originally born over here, or your grandmother, your great-grandmother, or your great-great-grandmother, they wasn't originally over here. Y'all came over here and y'all tried to earn a title that you don't deserve. You tried to strip me from my title. I laughed at you my whole life. So you can be called a title and you never got it. And now you feel some type of way. So you have to get nuked. Period, point blank. Period. What else do you want to happen? The white people, they was nice enough to let you scheme. I just showed about 3,000 people via TikTok. Listen what happened. I deleted the video myself. I showed so many people the YouTube viewer, the YouTube extension that everybody's getting paid off. I literally just showed everybody. People hate me up and like, oh snap. Nobody knew it. They gave you numerous opportunities to get comfortable and get happy and stop the harassment in the streets and to stop the molestation in the streets, to stop the assaults and all of that. Stuff like that. Numerous opportunities. Let me compare that to something. Sports. LeBron James. They said we would love for LeBron James to retire as a Laker, but had no words on the extension. They basically symbolically telling him, You need to retire now before we trade you. You see what I'm saying? Just like they did before. Like, what about if they trade LeBron James right now? It'd tarnish his legacy. LeBron James traded. What if they trade him to Boston? I'm just saying. Y'all know I'm a Boston Celtics fan. I'm just saying we have the proper pieces to pull that off. For the Lakers to tell him they want him to retire as a Laker, but he's be 41 December 30th. What if they trade him to Boston? Do you see the headliners? Do you see the argument? Do you see the race bait? Do you see the rage bait? Do you see the new storyline? If he doesn't want to leave and go to Cleveland, or he doesn't want to leave the NBA, what if they trade him to the most racist franchise in the world because he had back and forth dealings with somebody like Trump, who is a white man? You see, when black people, colored people, they get money, when they get money, they tend to do what they want to do. They tend to over talk of what they supposed to talk. Always remember that. You want to take a step forward as a colored person, right? With all of that money, but you didn't do nothing really, solid for your people. And that's the first thing they're going to tell you. First thing. They trade LeBron to Boston for Anthony Simons, Peyton Pritchard, a big man, some draft picks or whatever, right? And then LeBron comes to Boston. That's a whole new storyline. And it'd be better to go to Boston than any other team in the NBA. You trade LeBron anywhere else, the storyline is not going to pop. Trade him to Toronto, it's not going to pop. Trade him to the Thunder, they just won a championship. It's not going to pop. Trade him to the Knicks, it's still not going to pop. It's just going to be a whole bunch of what if, and if he fails, what is he really? But you trade him to Boston, we got all of this legacy. Oh my goodness, we got Jason Tatum about to come back. Oh my goodness, LeBron might get the whistle. We got Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, we got all of the greats. Depending on LeBron getting the ring. You see what I mean? That's my point. It's a headliner. It's what you do. Is LeBron going to get traded to Boston and want to play basketball? Or is he in LA just for the LA life? It's not snowing in LA. You come over to the East Coast, and then you go up to Boston. You're gonna be caught in that cold. Kyrie Irving hated it. He said he'd never play again. But what about if it's mandatory, LeBron? What about they show you colorism, LeBron? What about they trade you to Boston, right? And then they expect you to sign, and they want to sign your son. They want you to stay in Boston because Tatum idolizes you. And we're gonna wait for Bryce. We're gonna not the other one, not the one that's already in the league. We're gonna wait for little Bryce, and we're gonna draft little Bryce. LeBron, are you gonna stay with us? You're gonna wear the white and green? For people that don't understand, my great grandfather, who is from North Carolina, he married an Irish immigrant. My Irish great grandmother. You can't tell that I'm Irish, right? You see, I'm turning black. It's not hot outside, right? I got cousins that's darker than me, and that's her blood. Her blood. She basically birthed them out. And these niggas is black red, and yeah, that's her bloodline. Little short Irish lady with gray eyes. Stuff like that. That used to get my attention from back in the day. Okay? You trade him to Boston. Okay, we don't expect you to win the championship this year. Go wait for Tatum next year. And then the year after that, you can wait for Bryce, your son. It's tests from the government. I bring up LeBron James because everybody wanted to play in the NBA. And who else are you going to follow besides the politicians? You're going to follow the famous celebrities. So they're calculating and basing our activity, our behavior, and what they're going to do to us as a society next on our elites' behavior. Not the people that's behind the desk and behind the cameras. It's the people, the sacrificial lambs that's in front of the cameras. You get me? So, me personally, you do the science. If you go really, really high in the air, an airplane doesn't go but as so high for certain reasons, okay? So it always leaves you the question if something can enter or if something can leave. Or if it vanishes, how does it leave? Does it leave the earth or does it vanish into the incorporeal? We are incorporeal beings at first before we come corporeal and live this life. When you are in your parents separately, you are one person, but you are in both of your parents at the same time before you come that person. So that makes you incorporeal. You're an egg and you're a sperm cell in the inside. Okay? Remember that. So all of these clinics, you're taking pictures, you're making new babies, you're rubbing people the wrong way, you're making them sick. Somehow, some way, by cabbage patching us, you're making us sick and everything else. The government is not liking it. Nobody likes it. The gay people are doing it on purpose. What do you think is going to happen? What agenda you think is being pushed? Me personally, I don't care about none of y'all. I'm being dead serious. Don't cabbage patch me. Don't speak to me. If you trying to get on, I understand if you're trying to get on, you're trying to get some bread, and you trying to live before this joint is over, I help you. I told my mother the other day, I said, listen, I'm not these people friends, associates, and nothing. But if you need my help, like if you need me to call 911, I'll definitely call 911 for you. If you need me to be proactive and save your life without asking me to save your life, I'll do it. It's just the nature in me. But we are not friends at all. We are not friends. I need you people to understand that. And I'm not the only person that feels that way. My whole entire family feels that way. I encourage people to go to Virginia, go to North Carolina, go find my family's heritage. My family wasn't savage. My family wasn't savage all the time. My family had high intelligence, extraterrestrial intelligence. My family adapted when it was savage life. My family adapted the best way possible and took other people and made them as functional as us through common sense. It's in the history books. Okay? All race, color, creeds. All of that. The disrespect is King David. Y'all niggas sat up there and called King David Caribbean. We are not having that. I'm still digging y'all. Yeah, I'm digging y'all graves for that. Still digging. Everybody that went on a limb and called my older cousin Caribbean because he stood up for how he stood up, he can't be labeled as a Native American Indian and be as gully as gangster as he was. He had to be Caribbean African. For everybody that said that, come see me. I'm the living example of this shit. Little old me. Living example. I took that shit very personal. Okay? Because it was the other Indians that got slaved and punished and fucked up by the white people. Okay? It wasn't us. It wasn't us. That's what you're going to learn when you go back to Virginia. So everybody, all the Spanish people, all the Caribbean people, all the Asians and everybody else, all the Pakistani Indians, the Hindi Indians, or the Arabs Indians, all y'all niggas that want to claim that y'all Native American, right? Know that shit for a fact. That happened to y'all. That didn't happen to the black ones. We got mixed with the Africans and the Caribbeans. Know that. And know that my family, especially in the South, my family hates y'all niggas. I'm being dead serious. I didn't fit in. When I went to the South and I seen them black motherfuckers, they could not stand me until they really realized that I was their flesh and blood. Yeah, that they couldn't stand me until they seen that shit. They hate y'all. Facts. They want this shit to be over yesterday. Facts. I'm being dead serious with you. Everybody that's standing on some principle right now, or whatever, you being real gangster in your house, you are a coward. You are a coward. You're very cowardly. Understand that. And I don't know what religion you are, and it doesn't matter. Because if you are a coward in your religion, you are deemed to hell. And that's why you're still alive. Facts. If I'm going to hell and I'm labeled a coward, it's because I didn't drop the nuclear bomb myself. That's probably what it is. Unless I'm going to get saved by some aliens when the nuke hit. Because that's what the Three-Eye Atlas shit is all about. I don't care about your kids. I don't care about your babies and nothing about that. That's what y'all do. It's cowardly act. You sit up there. Tell them how you got your kids. Tell your kids how you became a parent. Tell them all the people that you disturbed, right, before you had your kid. Let's think about that. Look at everybody. Look at all the good people, all the older good people that don't have children. And they're still alive. They didn't sit up there and molest and harass somebody else's child to have another child. They sure didn't. They just lived their life, and they thought that Mother Goose and the other storks was going to drop the baby off right in their lap because they lived their life so righteously and good. But the real deep, dark truth of the situation, the real panic and heartbeat of the situation, is about 95% of the parents, they ain't shit. If you not, listen, and me included, right? If you wasn't a virgin and got married and then had the baby, you are deemed for hell. You and your child. You about to get nuked like a motherfucker. Facts. Because all you're doing is just raising the kid when he's nice or she's nice and cute. And then when they're not nice and cute and kissable and cuddleable no more, you discard them and make them homeless. That's what that situation is about. Cowardly. Very cowardly. All of y'all. She slept. Kashina's mom. She thought that my uncle, right, was my father. And she had an STD. And she didn't know that my uncle and my whole family anticipated her. And he had an STD waiting for her. She had no idea. Now, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. See, when people like that, when they meet their match, they become extra indigenous. They become extra spiritual. They become extra religious. They become extra godly or godly fearing. Eccentric, right? Don't you notice that? They don't want a man no more. Because you're walking around with pus pimples popping out the pussy that you were stingy off of. Oh, remember that. Just remember, I've been watching girls for a minute. You're not going to sit up there and make fun of a kid that got a scar, receding hairline, burning, or messed up skin, right? And you considered a pretty girl, and you're about to go sit down outside on a swing or a bench or take a picture pressed against a wall that's outside or a pole, bitch, right? And just think you're the sexiest thing moving. And a person like me, I'm not going to wish the all diseases on you. The germs, I'm not going to want to push all the germs on you. Facts. You see what I mean? You're taking something natural as sex and using it as a weapon. That's why I gave you an example of a lanternfly. A lanternfly just drops on you. And all a lanternfly does is show you indigenous, because the original people here was red. So yes, the Asians back in the day, they wasn't just the color that they are now, they were red also. And so was the Mexicans, okay? They wasn't just the color that they are now, they was red back in the day. So you look at it, you look at the lanternfly, and you see that's the indigenous color of the motherland of America. Why is that? It's basically where we're located next to the sun and the moon. That's it. Right? Understand that. But a bee, the god awful bee. I was just outside, right? And the bee tried to sting my basketball. Yes, the bee dropped down on my basketball with his shit, with his stinger, boom, right in front of me, on my basketball. Because I shot the basketball, and there's a little hive in the rim, right? On all the rims. Boom, I shot the basketball and hit the hive, and it started bouncing. The bees came out and attacked my basketball. You know that. So we need the bees to spread agriculture. But look what the little demonic entity, the Beelzebub, he just wants to hurt you. And look, the bees are almost extinct. That is God talking. 100%. You have it on TV to step on the red people, the black people, and the gray people. That's the color of the fucking bug, the lanternfly, right? Why God is taking the little menace, yellow and black bastard away. Thank God. You see that? You see humans stepping on something evasive. He's evasive. He looks nasty. He looks mean. Can't do nothing to you, but just have a look. Why the bee is going to send your ass to the grave if you're allergic to him. So I compare that to me and Kai Cenat. All of y'all niggas, and this is why this is going on Zip with the Drip page, y'all was all blood back in the day. Y'all wanted me to be blood because y'all seen I had a red chakra, and you thought I didn't know, and you tried to bump with me also because I'm a Barksdale and make me get down with the Bloods. Do you see the similarities? Do you see that? And I'm the total opposite. I'm not just a regular Crip. You know, a lot of Crips fall victims to the Bloods. A lot of these Crip niggas, they get killed by the Bloods. I'm not that type of Crip. Y'all knew it, right? You see the lanternflies getting killed by you humans? That was the Crip. You see how the bees was the Bloods and they sting and shit? Yeah. But you see what else is happening to the bee? Besides him being frost and cold, the color of blue, besides him and she losing her life, you know what else is happening to the bee? There's more big birds coming out. Raptors. Right? You see a bee flying, and then you see a hawk and just eat a bee out the sky, out of nowhere. You know? Or a falcon, a little baby falcon, not the big mama peregrine falcon, a little falcon. Or an eagle, or an American crestal. They'll just fly, right? And they'll see a bee and they'll just eat the bee real fast and just keep it moving. That's cripping to me. You heard? See, certain niggas like them Crips that joined the gang, they just wanted to look tough like the lanternfly. You know how he looks? And then the big bees blood, the big ball, they came and they just took him because he wasn't built for it and he shouldn't have been there. But real recognize real, and you see that bee is not trying to, go for that falcon or go for that blue jay. Blue jays and cardinals, they eat bees too. I don't know if y'all know, but blue jays, a blue jay is a savage. Yes, a blue jay is a savage more than a cardinal. A blue jay will go get a little goldfish out the water. A blue jay will kill a mouse. A blue jay will, yeah, absolutely. It's a whole bunch of the world that you people just don't know. Okay, it's a whole bunch. Y'all thought I was some type of Land fly because the color of my skin. I'm the fucking nuke. Fucking animal. I'm the nuke. I'm the cold weather that's getting rid of the bee. Yeah, that's me. 100%. You see how you caught on too late? You see how I want you niggas in hell? I knew it from a long time ago. You see how I knew it from a long time ago? And you thought I was pussy or scared? And I just wanted to show y'all niggas I hate you niggas this much that at the end time, I want to freeze your soul and put that shit in petrified soul state before it goes to hell. You see that? That's for each and every one of you niggas. So stand on it. All y'all niggas gotta stand on it. Punga, Dez, Ty Lil, Kai Cenat, Big Relly, all them other niggas, everybody else that was involved, everybody from the city, from the 5 boroughs, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Because back in the day, right, when y'all city niggas used to come to Yonkers, right, y'all used to get laid down. Yeah, this is not White Plains. This is not Mount Vernon. This is not Port Chester or New Rochelle. Y'all came to this neck of the woods. This is why it was so bad over here. I remember it, okay? Y'all niggas used to get laid down. Easy. Quick. If you wanted to fight us, we used to beat your ass. Not just the boxers in the PAL, not just the boxers in the YMCA. We didn't just go to the city and beat y'all niggas up in competition. Y'all came up here on street fights, we would beat y'all niggas asses too. So know where the fuck you at when you come up here, okay? Remember that. So now that I'm here, and I'm not going nowhere, because y'all niggas already knew I was in the South, because of all of that chirping, and all of my Caribbean family that was snaking me or whatever, all the niggas that are beat up already, punched in the face, niggas that's on the run, y'all moved out of New York, y'all went to North Carolina, y'all went to Connecticut, y'all went to Florida, all y'all little bitch ass niggas that's related to me, and y'all hopped on the Caribbean ship when I was in Virginia, and y'all niggas ain't never, it's still open to y'all, it's still open. I dare you niggas. I 100% dare you niggas to say something bad about King David. David Barksdale, yeah. I'm waiting. I'm gonna shred you. Broad day, early in the morning, it doesn't matter. You niggas still ain't say nothing. But y'all supposedly was standing on business for Kai Cenat. Cause y'all Caribbean, and I'm not Caribbean. Where y'all niggas at? Y'all niggas ain't making no money. Y'all thought y'all tried to laugh at me and get away like I didn't know who the fuck y'all was, and now I reported y'all pages for spam and messed up all y'all money. Y'all money is funny now. All y'all all mad. And guess what? It's the 20-year anniversary since Kai Cenat, DDG, and Deshae Frost got cut in their face, right? And they joined the game in the same spot, same places in Westchester County, the same exact locations. What? And I'm tagging y'all on Facebook. I'm tagging y'all on IG. I'm tagging y'all on YouTube. What's taking y'all niggas so long to get up with me? You cowards. Y'all niggas is pussy. Period, point blank. The second nigga I killed was Caribbean. So if that shit don't rub you the wrong way, I don't know what to tell you niggas. I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas. Really. I don't care about nobody, dog. I don't care about white people. I don't care about Indian people. I actually despise these motherfuckers. I despise past hatred. Just like how I feel about y'all. So what's taking you so long? He basically got ripped in his face for no reason. He got up here, and then he met his father, me. And I brought him right back to the root, right back to my nuts. Yeah, I despise all you niggas. I'll still help you. If you up there bleeding out, I'll call 911. And if there's a camera, I want to be in front of the camera so everybody know that I helped you. Whether I care if you live or die, no, I don't. But that's just how the shit is. For me. On my lane. You feel me? Y'all come over here and try to act savage and try to laugh at us for not being savage when we was never savage. Never. We knew how to cook back in the 1300s. We knew how to put our meat in the fire and not eat just anything. We knew all of that shit. You need to go back to Virginia before you make a mental note, and I'm talking about every race that I just named. From the Indians, from the other Indians, look at France. The French people ain't Indian. What the fuck are they, right? My point exactly. For everybody that claims, that has that mental note, that mental patch in your head, you want to be called Native American. Before you want that honor, before you want that respect and that title, you need to go back to the homeland and learn the truth. We was not savage like that. Do you know what they want to tell you? Rumor has it that certain Indian tribes, they had connections with alien beings from a different planet that taught us how to adapt to the world. So while y'all in the current day, 2025, eating cats and shit, trying to be a savage, walking around barefooted, stinking, and trying to teach your kids all of this. I caught a bunch of your kids, especially the community with the father with 2 guns, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that wears people's skin and likes to rape people. I caught your kids eating shit, dog shit, and all that. Yeah, before you, that's the weirdo mother, right? That's the mother putting her essence into the world. Before y'all live that life, and before you try to claim that savage life to be labeled as a Native American Indian, you need to go back to the mother and the fatherland and learn that savage shit was a myth. Complete myth. That shit is borderline retarded. The people that live like that, they're retarded. You bring them into this society, they'll be considered autistic. That's what that shit is about. Facts. Before it was language, it was humming, it was sign language. That's it. Hand language, fingers, and all of that. You mean to tell me the 1300s, my family in the 1300s, we got more sense than you people now in 2025? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not sitting up here reading y'all niggas' minds that y'all want to be called Native American Indian. Like, y'all trying to feel like the white people didn't take the land from y'all. That's how y'all feel. The Asians feel that way. The Caribbeans feel that way. I don't know why y'all feel that way. The Spanish people, y'all don't know y'all the other slave master, just like the little pretty Indian girls from Pakistan and in India and fucking Saudi Arabia. That's the other slave master, them bitches. And the reason why they look like us is because they took our women. That's why. You want me to answer another question? Why I absolutely hate each and every one of you niggas? And all you gotta do is come right out. What's the point? What you standing on? This is no incorporeal come to corporeal subconscious. My father is in jail with Kai Cenat, and Kai Cenat is saying my name in front of my father with a big ass slash in his face, and our little cousin, Deshae Frost, is there in silence. And his father's Caribbean. Lying about their age. They in the adult block saying that they 4, 5, and 6 years old when they really like 10, 11, and 12. In front of my father. What's the irony of that? That these little niggas get cut and my father is facing 18 years, and all of a sudden Deshae Frost and his family and his little friends can get placed on a block for protection, and the CO's our cousin too? The CO is our cousin. Yes, the CO, my cousin Randy Ephraim. And everybody know who Randy is. Randy will knock you out. Randy will knock you out. Everybody knew that. He's with Hassan Campbell, our other cousin. They're just in there protected. Don't you see that? Don't you see that it's a small world? It's a small, small world. That my kid, Kai, my father met his grandchild for the first time with a big ass slash in his face with his other cousin. 2004, 2005. Yeah. Look, do you see you see the functionality of everything? Don't you notice when you talk and you say something, you have a conversation, You recollect, you recall your conversation later on in the day or in a different day or later on that night. You start to think about your conversation that you had. You idiot. You don't pick up on that. A lot of y'all are that stupid. You don't hear that there's an echo? There's an echo. That's what conscious and subconscious is all about. That's what a subconscious is. That's what the incorporeal, that's what the intangible is. If you can't see it, it echoes. A dolphin, don't you know a dolphin? It goes, ah! And when it talks, it's called the echo. Don't you notice that? Don't you notice other people hear your echo? You could be walking down the street and you can hear somebody else's echo. Y'all ain't noticed that yet? So I'm just saying, while y'all upstairs in the house, living like pilgrims, trying to be Native American again, trying to be Indian again here, just know you're playing the game wrong. You want to be Indian, go back outside. Go live out there. Stop having your kid upstairs teaching them bad shit. Or you're going to get an atlas dropped on your ass. Just like Kai Cenat's mom did. The bitch thought she was funny trying to make me a father. And everybody picked up on it. You started laughing at it. See, nobody knew I heard every fucking thing as a little kid. I heard every fucking thing in your head. You didn't have to say nothing out loud. I heard every brainwave you niggas said. Every brainwave. Everything. I was a 12-year-old father. I was a 13-year-old father. 14-year-old father. Yeah. Really? I was? I was a 6-year-old father. I was a 7-year-old father. Yeah. You thought that shit was funny? Yeah. I think it's funny now. I think it's very funny. I think it's very funny that when you open up your Bible and you open up your Quran and all of that, and then when you see that you niggas is cowards, right? And y'all deem the hell, I think that shit is real, real funny. That I'm going to be the sole one that's rooted. I'm actually rooted to put you in a fucked up place, and I'm going to do that shit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that shit so happy. So happily. Stand on business. We almost out of here. Time is wasting. Zip, if you want to fight, be my guest, because I want to fight you too. If you want to take it to gun violence, we can do that shit just as good. That goes the same thing with Relly. That goes the same thing with Punga, Kai, all y'all niggas. All y'all Caribbean niggas, that goes with the same thing. Listen to me. Listen to me, brother. I am not these Spanish niggas, and I am not these African niggas at all. Not at all. I actually don't like you niggas. Facts. The ones that's in my family, I do not like you niggas. I'm dead ass serious. Like, you need to go to Virginia. When they took the Asians out of here, they replaced them with Caribbeans. When they took the Teneo Indians and the other tribe of Indians and the Mexicans and all them other niggas out of here, they replaced them with Caribbeans and Africans. Okay? Remember that. A Caribbean is a Spanish person, because that's a different type of person, a different Indian, and an African person. That's all that shit is. With a birth defect. You have no transparency. You know what transparency is, right? It's when light enters something. So you see when my eyes turn black or the other people's eyes turn black, that's the light entering me. Y'all don't have that. Okay? So just know that shit for a fact. And it has everything to do with consciousness. Everything to do with brain. Everything to do with smarts. Transparency. My eyes ain't turning black because I'm scared of you. Not at all. My eyes is turning black because I actually can't fucking stand you. It's the total opposite. Yeah. Same thing with them other racist ass Indian slave masters that I'd beat the shit out of if they ever, or kill if they ever throw a person. Ain't none of these niggas safe with me. None of y'all niggas is safe with me. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, none of y'all niggas. Ain't none of y'all. I'm coming to close y'all niggas' curtain. Facts. My family down, they hate y'all niggas. They hate Islam. They hate Christianity. They hate Judaism. They hate y'all niggas. They hate y'all niggas so much that shit is satanic. It's satanic. I'm dead ass serious. They just not gonna say it. They rather praise the devil. This is how my family feel down there. I don't know about Chicago. We don't like Chicago either. But in the South, where it's way, way worse, they rather be dark and evil and go against any belief in God that you have than to join you. Dead ass serious. That's what I learned. Beast. Satan, devil, beast, animalistic, native, living outside. Doesn't it sound familiar? You hear it? Where y'all at? It's running out. I might even, just like I've been doing. I want it so bad that I'm letting my guard down. I'm letting people take shots at me. So you can stand on business. Yeah. I'm the type to let you hit me. I let niggas hit me. So when, after we rumble, after you hit me, so I can catch you again. I want you to stand on business, right? This is what I want. I want you niggas to stand on business, like you gangster, like all of this and all of that, all of this and all of that. Yeah, I want you to stand on business. I do. I want you to stand on business right now. Facts. We gonna see who gonna ride out. You know how many niggas I let them niggas get a swing off. That's how much I despise you niggas. That's how much I hate you. I didn't just run up on you and beat your ass. The people that ran up and beat their asses because I was actually cool with them at one point in time. They just needed their ass whipped. When I let you hit me, it's because I wanna start a beef with you. I want to start that shit with you. That's why I'm giving you a shot. A lot of niggas ain't take this shot because they knew it was going to happen. A lot of niggas took a weak shot and called the police. Y'all took y'all shot. What up? Stand on business now. Yo, Zip, my father had a heart murmur. Pistol Pete is pussy. That's one of them Spanish niggas that I can't fucking stand, right? That's one of them Spanish niggas that I want to shut up so bad. But he will not be my friend in the streets. That Pistol Pete type of nigga, that, you know, the Spanish nigga that come off like he extra tough, them type of niggas, those are the niggas that I want to shut up so fucking bad. And they just will not be my friend at all. They just won't. Dead ass serious. So, you know, like I said, I'm in the hood waiting for y'all niggas because y'all was looking for me. So, here I am. You was tagged. What's up?